I have a stack of games here right now. Let me know what all these have in common. Van Helsing, Spider-Man 2, Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, Fantastic Four, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, and Finding Nemo. If your answer was PS2 games, well, you'd be correct, but that's not the answer I'm looking for. These are all movie games, games based on movies. And as I've been browsing my shelf lately, just kind of refamiliarizing myself with my old like retro libraries that I had when I was a kid, these games have been really just standing out to me. And in particular, this one, Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith on the DS. I've been playing Sonic Rush on the DS. I've kind of been thinking about what's the next DS game I want to play after I complete it. And this one's like screaming to me, like, play me. And I'm like, I don't remember it that much. I don't remember why I wanted it or why I have it, especially since I have the PS2 version here. But something about this game, like, I think maybe it's because of the fact that these games are different. So I can't remember the DS version. I just know it's different than the PS2 version. And I think that's just like so charming and just such an aspect of like, console versus true handheld gaming back in the day that we're just really missing right now is just like those two different versions of the game, but like not just the two different versions. This isn't really about like handheld games, but like, yeah, movie games. And it just really got me thinking like, because I've been showing all PS2 games and just like in the era of this honorable mention though, Enter the Matrix. Not really based off of a movie per se, but this is written and directed by the Wachowski brothers. And the first Matrix is like my favorite movie of all time. I can't wait to replay this one. I just remember this game was so awesome. There's actually exclusive film footage from the creators in here. I'm not sure if this is canon or a direct sequel to the first Matrix movie, but it's like we got a Matrix video game, and it's like I don't know. I think it was somewhere in the Xbox One era that this just like stopped happening. Because in the 360 era, like I haven't brought every movie game I have on my shelf, but like Peter Jackson's King Kong, that was a launch title in the Xbox 360, and people like speak highly of that game. I remember Tron Legacy, that was a big one on Xbox 360. I can't remember every movie game that came out that generation, but I do remember Tron Legacy. So there were movie games still coming out. The Amazing Spider-Man one, how can I forget that one? I got all 1,000 gamer score on that one. I absolutely loved that first one. And I know on Xbox One, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 came out. I remember getting that one. But I remember I didn't like it as much, and I think that's not that crazy of an opinion. I don't think it was as good as the first one. But the first one was great. It was like an Arkham Asylum style Spider-Man game, and it was done very well. But those are movie games. And so yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 2 was early Xbox One, but we don't get that stuff anymore. And it's really blown my mind on one hand. On the other hand, I'm not surprised. It's really sad because obviously Fortnite. I mean, nowadays, like, I don't know, like just back then, like how nostalgic were these movie games. You'd go see the movie in the theaters, and then you would want the game, and you'd buy the game, play it at home. Then the game would come out in DVD, and then you'd buy that and you watch it over and over again. But we didn't have streaming, so it was like, it was your DVD. You didn't have like so many DVDs. And, I guess we weren't having shelves like this of DVDs back then. We had a very limited more amount back then. And I don't know, you'd keep rewatching it, watch the special features. Like, I remember me and my friends, we would watch movies and like pause it at scenes and see if like the actors are making funny faces or something. Like, these were great times. And like every single one of these movie games, I look at them like, I don't remember finding them. I don't have like the best memories of this, but like, it came with a movie ticket coupon or something. But SpongeBob movie, this was a solid game. It wasn't as good as Revenge of the Flying Dutchman or Battle for Bikini Bottom, but you know what? For like a movie game, this was a fine game, and like I don't know, that's a good example. Like, I don't even want to hear that like movies and stuff. So like I don't know, it's like how can you make a game based off of this movie? Like all these games here, they were creative back then. They're like, we are going to make a game based on a movie, and if they can't get it on the console experience, like for like the Game Boy Advance and DS, they just made another game, whether it might be just be like a side scroller beat 'em up, but they made it. Like they're like, we have to have a game for it. And now it just seems like, I don't know, it's probably some like really cringe corporate pitch where there's like Fortnite's like, oh, you don't have to spend money making a game that's only going to sell 600,000 copies or whatever. It's like, it's much cheaper to just have your character and IP integrated into Fortnite. It's gonna be the best advertisement ever. You're gonna have so much engagement, so many eyeballs on your IP, and you're not gonna have to spend anything. But it's like, man, like, yeah, sure, if you want to play the numbers game and the data analytics, I guess that's true. Like, you put in a skin in Fortnite and everyone's gonna see it. Everyone's gonna see it. I'm not playing Fortnite, but everyone's gonna see it. I guess everyone is gonna see it, whether it's you're playing the game or you just see an advertisement for it on like Twitter or something. But it is not the same as having like a game, even if it's a bad game. And I feel like, yeah, maybe these games you can chalk it down as being a bad game. Like, I don't know, Fantastic Four. I don't remember this one at all. Probably was a bad game. Maybe that's like, this is a bad game, but at the same time, in the PS2 and GameCube era, I don't associate the term shovelware with these games. I really don't associate shovelware until like the Wii era, where people were just putting out actually garbage just to get a motion control game because that's how hot the Wii was. I don't really view this as like a shovelware game. It might be a bad game, but it's like a shovelware game. I don't know, like if you really liked the Fantastic Four movie, maybe you played this game and had a good memory of it. I remember the Lord of the Rings games. I had Fellowship of the Ring. It must be one of the rare PS2 games I sold. Like, I never really sold many games at all. Maybe I sold more handheld games, but console games, I really didn't sell that many of those. And yeah, I can't find it on my shelf. It's either lost or I think I sold it. I was probably too stupid to like understand the game back then. But Two Towers, people look fondly on that one, and Return of the King. Those are awesome games, and I feel like that, like, I don't know, we just got so extra nostalgic for all of it. I think Shrek had a game on Xbox, and people like that. Like, I don't know, it helps us like these movies more. There are a lot of Star Wars prequel games outside of this. Like, maybe they're not actually just like episode games, but like, I don't know, even N64 had it, like Episode 1 Racer in like, was it Battle for Naboo? Like, there are a lot of prequel games. There are like no games for the sequel trilogy. So for that generation of kids growing up with the Star Wars sequel movies, they were worse movies. But there's no games like what? There's just Lego Star Wars, which I like Lego Star Wars. Absolutely, especially like the PS2 one, the original one. Like, I like all the Lego games. But it's like, again, that's kind of, I don't know. They probably have some kind of like IP framework pitch thing going on because we also have like Lego Horizons. It's like, why do we have that? Like, you can make a Lego game out of anything. It's pretty standard, but there's like nothing for the sequel trilogy, and it's just crazy about, like, I don't know. I think back in like 2020 when The Mandalorian came out, how big The Mandalorian was, and it's like if that came out in the early 2000s, there'd be a Mandalorian video game. Why was there not a Mandalorian video game? That seems like such low hanging fruit. It didn't have to be that crazy. Like, it could have been like Xbox Live Arcade style level game. Like, I don't know. There's just this death of these like small games, and like, what's cheap? Mandalorian's in Fortnite though, and then now Call of Duty's doing the same thing. And it's like, I don't know. They're not making these kind of games. Like, yeah, they're not going to be millions and millions and million copies sold, but people who are fans of these movies and TV shows are gonna just be like more and more like connected and become more and more of a hardcore fan. And like, I feel like that's what you want to do, is grow like your hardcore fan base, like nucleus or whatever, and get that audience bigger instead of everything having to be a blue ocean strategy. And yeah, Fortnite, cool. People are buying the skins, but it's like, I don't know, the memories and the nostalgia. Like, I see these games, and these games, like, they make me feel. Fortnite skin feels lifeless and soulless, but these have souls. These have creativity. Like, how do you make a SpongeBob movie game? They did it. And then, like, yeah, and again, all these examples probably have a Game Boy Advance or DS counterpart, which is actually a completely different game. So now, like, looking back at these libraries and wanting to explore these games, it's like, not only do I have a Star Wars Episode 3 game, I have two of them. I have two completely different games that play and function completely differently. Unlike today, it's like, oh, that's not fair to like have different games on different consoles. We need to have one game available everywhere. It's better for the player. It's like, I don't know, man. Is it better? Because we got more games. We got more creative games back then. We got just more games. I feel like this is better for the players, having more games. And sure, like, yeah, this game could be multi-platform. Maybe that multi-platform thing wasn't the best like example or whatever. You can nitpick that one. But I don't know. I feel like we lost a lot of soul. Look at Harry Potter. In 2023, is that when it came out? Hogwarts Legacy. That was massive, and there wasn't even a Harry Potter movie or anything like that. And it's like, I don't know, just having a game like a Harry Potter game is like people want that, and I don't know. I don't think like there's anything wrong with like the movies right now. How does John Wick not have a video game? Like John Wick, that movie is literally a video game in movie form. So how does it not have a video game counterpart? N64 GoldenEye was like the one of the biggest N64 games. It's definitely in the top five of any list you see is GoldenEye. And they also had what a is it Die Another Day or something? They had two golden or two 007 games, and 007 used to just be like a standard game franchise that you would see around. I know they're trying to make a new one that looks like Uncharted, but like there's just so many movies now too. A new Tron just came out, Xbox 360, Tron Legacy. There was a game for it. Now there's not a game for it. There's probably gonna be a Fortnite skin or a Call of Duty skin, but it's not the same, man. And this is just an aspect of gaming that I just truly miss. And even though we have like the Xbox or not Xbox, the PlayStation 5, Sony Spider-Man games, you still see people talk about the Spider-Man 2 PlayStation 2 game and just how awesome this game is. This game truly is fantastic, still to this day, and I can't wait to replay this one myself. But like, if they didn't make movie games because they didn't sell enough copies, us as gamers, we wouldn't have this. And if you're younger or something, or you haven't played this one, like go play some of these movie games. It's fun. Like I've recently watched a lot of these movies over the past like 5 years, like the Tobey Maguire trilogy, the prequel trilogy. I watched the Lord of the Rings movies, and those are some I'm going to want to track down and play. Are those Lord of the Rings games, like the Two Towers and Return of the King. And it's like, I can just like continue to experience and have fun with those like IPN movies. And just like nowadays with Netflix and streaming and all that, it's like, where are movie games? We don't have those, and that's such a lost art. I feel like a loss of creativity. It's just another one of those things where it's like all games feel the same. All Unreal Engine 5 slop over the shoulder. Like everything seems the same. And it's like I don't think this is a thing that like indies can save. Like I don't think indies can like use this IP without it being just like a mod hack or something or whatever. It's just not the same as having these like movie games. Maybe you just had to be there, but maybe not. If you're a fan of these movies, because I mean, some of these movies age well or better than others, or just fun to revisit these movies. Check out the games because it's just so much fun, and especially if you grew up and lived through that time. Such an awesome trip down memory lane, and just these movie games, as I explore my shelf, are standing out to me and making me want to play them more than like the Mario, Zelda, Metroid, first party Nintendo, or even like Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter, God of War. Like I know I love those games, but it's like these games, because like more or less like I don't remember them as much. I remember the feeling and enjoying them, but like I can't really tell you like the levels or anything, the set pieces or anything like that. I mean, besides the movie, that should be obvious, but it's more than just the movie because they'd be creative about it. And I just really want to play these and be like, man, what is the DS Revenge of the Sith game like? I look at the back, it has some just like awesome nostalgia. I don't know if you could see that, but like awesome nostalgic, just like pixel art kind of. And I'm like, man, this makes me feel like I want to play this. I just want to pop this in and play, and I think I might do that. What do you guys think? Do you miss movie games, or is this just shovelware slop in your eyes and you're glad it's gone and you would just much rather have a Fortnite skin? Or better yet, leave a comment of what's your favorite movie game that what I don't care the generation, maybe as far back as Super Nintendo or something. You had some bangers there with like Lion King and Aladdin, like I don't know, movie games or TV show games. I was looking through the Game Boy Advance library. And like, again, I don't want to hear that you can't make a Mandalorian game or a John Wick game or something, because like I'm looking through the Game Boy Advance library, dude. They made like a Drake and Josh game, and I just think it's so funny. I don't know. Me and my wife, we like binged through all Drake and Josh, or I don't know, like 5 years ago, and it's just like I'm like, how did they make a game based on this? I kind of want to fire that up just to be like, how do you make this a video game? And I feel like I respect the creativity. However they end up doing it, it's like, wow, they did it. And they're not doing it anymore. Not in 2025, not in 2026. And it's sad. I feel like we lost something. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, what's your favorite? What's your favorite movie or TV show video game? And like and subscribe if you made this far. Rope 500. subscribers. Very thankful for you guys who are liking, subscribing, and so thank you so much. Continue to like, continue to subscribe if you haven't. I super appreciate it, and really appreciate the help growing the channel. See you guys in the next video. Later.